Alright YouTube, I'm kind of new to this, but I'm going to do a demonstration video for you here of this, it's called a Little Punk. Get a good shot of that there. By Modern Sound Amplifiers. This is a clone of a 50s era 5F1 tweed champ. It's got some modifications to it. Most notable, you can probably see already, it's in a bigger cabinet. It's got a 12-inch speaker instead of an 8. And it's got a few other little mods here too. There's a bright cap switch right over here that helps to bring some high end back, especially at lower volumes. When you're using humbucker or P90 pickups or just kind of dark sounding pickups that can get a little bit muddy in these amps traditionally, it brings some of that high end back. It's really nice to have as an option. And then I don't know if I can see it back here. It's probably too dark. There's actually a switch right here. I'm hoping you can see that. That is a, Mike calls it a clean crunch switch. It basically, I'm not sure which position is kind of the stock position, but in one position it gives you a little bit more overdrive than saturation, and in another position it gives you a little more clean headroom, and it's just kind of a nice option to have. I love the overdrive from these amps, everybody does, but I play a lot of clean stuff too, so it's nice to be able to wring a little more volume out of it without losing that clean headroom. So I'm kind of new to these YouTube videos, so I'll do my best here to try and do a demo for you of this amp. I'm not sure how it's going to work with my cell phone camera, but we'll see. And actually, I'm going to take a sec here real quick and tune. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back here. Just going to see what this looks like. So I think I'm going to stick this back here. Like that. Hopefully a lot of the worst of this in-between stuff will be cut out in the editing room. But anyhow, I'm going through I'm going straight in. There's no effects in my signal chain. I'm going straight into the amp in input 1. I have the clean crunch switch on crunch. It's dimed, which is 12 on a Fender. I'm playing my Granville telly. This was custom built for me by Granville Guitars in St. Petersburg, Florida. It has a 4-way switch in it. I'll try to hit most of those positions, and then it's got OC Duff Pickups in it. This is the Plankster and the Big Boy neck pickup. Just a very stratty sounding neck pickup if you like that sound. So I got the tone full up. So to start out, I'm just gonna open it up wide and play some stuff and let you hear what it can do. It's very sensitive to pick attack, so if you pick lightly, it'll clean up a lot, and then if you hit it hard, sends you into overdrive heaven, sort of. So. And then I'll just kind of go through the switch positions with some stuff, and then we'll take the volume down, and you can see how it really cleans up at lower levels. So, hope you like it. That's why you like a champ. So okay, let's take the volume down to, I don't know, we'll take it down to 8. Let's try that. Guitar volume's up all the way. At that level. So let's try taking the crunch switch off. Go back to 12 again. Just kind of hit a couple of chords and show you that with and without crunch switch on the bridge pickup. That's on. So yeah, not a huge difference. I would say with the crunch switch on, it gets a lot more throaty sounding. It adds kind of a depth to the sound. You know, when you get below 12, that's where you see a little bit more of a clean headroom. I'll show you the bright cap switch next, but I need to change guitars. So give me a moment. Okay, so this is another, this is a kind of a homemade telly. Bought this body, and this is a Baja neck. This has also got a 4-way switch in it. These are Porter pickups. This is the Porter 9T, which is their telly size approximation of a P90. I think of it as a mini P90 maybe. On its own, it doesn't nail that sound quite as much, but when you add in the bridge pickup, in the series and parallel positions, it gets a little closer to P90 territory. This is actually not the matched bridge that goes with this pickup. This is actually a Porter custom, but it gives kind of a nice balance. It gives me some brighter tonalities I wouldn't have otherwise. I bought these on eBay, so couldn't really be a chooser. But Just kind of go through some of these pickup positions. You can see when I add in the levity, it's a lot better. So now we're going to try the first bright position. Actually, I might need to be a little lower on the volume level. This cuts off after 5 or something. So let me go back to the original position. So this is just to give you an idea of how these pickups sound. First bright cap position. Hear a little bit more high-end chime in there. So now let's try brightest position. Where this would become really useful, I guess I got a scratchy pot there, is if you have guitars with true P90s or humbuckers. With this amp circuit, they can get muddy at lower volumes. So this helps to combat that in a really convenient way without monkeying with the 5F1 circuit of just one volume / gain control, and it gives the amp a lot of versatility. So I love this amp. This is my second amp from Mike at Modern Sound. The first one is the one next to it. It's a Vibrolux clone. It's called a Vibrolush 5F11 clone, and I'll be doing a demo of that in another video. But I just love these amps because they're so simple and they're so pure. They get just great tones just by nature of the circuit. There's not a whole lot you can do with the EQ on either of them. The Vibrolux clone has a tone knob, which gives you a little versatility. But these couple of switches that Mike threw in there for me as upgrades really give this some versatility, both in terms of overdrive and in terms of managing different guitars and pickup combinations. So I'm really, really very happy. I encourage you to go to the website for Modern Sound Amplifiers. You can just Google them and check out Mike's work firsthand. I stumbled upon a demo video of a Vibrolush a couple of years ago. It was the only video of his stuff I found, and I thought it was a great looking build, and I looked at his website and I saw kind of the quality of his work, and then when I talked to him, I just really liked him personally. I talked to a few other builders that kind of put me off. They didn't seem to care if they got my business or not, and were a little rude, and Mike was just really cool and really enthusiastic. He's just very excited about building amps, and his customer service is second to none. He stands by his work, he does quality work, and he takes good care of his customers. And as far as his pricing is very competitive. There were a couple people out there that were a little cheaper, but Mike uses top-of-the-line components for everything. It's on his website what he uses. I can't list it all off, but top-quality components, top-quality tubes. If he has some available, he'll use new old stock tubes, which are really nice. And he'll just, he'll build whatever to your specifications. If you want a mod of some kind, if you want a special speaker. If you don't really know much about that stuff, which I didn't, I was clueless about what speakers to use. He really helped me to sort that out, and so I couldn't be happier with both of these amps. And I go to this one a little more, I think, a lot of the time because it's simple. I love the Vibralush because of the tremolo that's in it, but honestly, this is just kind of a great grab and go. I use it all the time in church for worship, and it's just a great way to praise the Lord, and it takes pedals well. All I use for overdrive with either of these amps is a TC Electronics Spark, which gives me a fat boost, a mid boost, or a clean boost, depending on where I set the switch. And that with the natural overdrive, particularly of the Little Punk, is all I need, for kind of the 90s worship anthems that we do for the kids sometimes. It's got a little bit, the 5F1 has a little bit more natural compression compared to the 5F11, which is more sparkle, I think. So this will give you a little bit more cushion, maybe, whether you're playing clean or dirty. And I use a compression pedal too because I'm a country guy. I try not to abuse it, but yeah, just really, really happy with these. And I hope this video helps you to not only understand what this amp can do, but to just kind of get a sense of how awesome it sounds. And I hope you'll check Mike out and let him know that I sent you his way. Thanks, and God bless.